target allies. Lay down fire.
Hazard benefits!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Do not refuse medical support.
What a mess. You're ready! Better than overtime! All will pay! Where's our for Andy? For Gary!
My capacity at range is somewhat limited.
Where's our boss?
At your word, I shall charge!
For Andy!
What in the name of Auntie's anti-hallucinatory ammonia drops? Who are you? What are you doing here? Starving? Or freezing? Or maybe both? What an odd... Yes, what do you want? Normally I'd charge you if you want the starving or freezing. What an...
If a sprat wore trousers, would it wear them on its rear half or over each of its legs?
What? What nonsense are you speaking?
Why ever would a sprat wear pants?
That was a common order brain teaser, but I see it was beyond you. Let me ask you another. Why do I bother spending time with you? Locking them down. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Visual
Not
scanning
stay your
Mitigating the threat.
On the authority of the
Give chase. Seeking to
taking unit action.
Check your scope.
None shall stand against us.
Wouldn't stand. Orbificator is charged.
electrical scavengers. Failing.
I shall reduce them to a slurry. I am primed to punish.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Non-compete!
Your vitals look grim, Commander.
interrupted. Log.
Yeah. Quite the example of entropy at work. And a disgusting one at that. Certainly the ursipod ceased generating body heat the moment it expired.
Prosecuting! Viscerally! Please! Listen! You're...
Check your scope for combatants.
first Arbiter suit prototypes contained temperature control mechanisms, which were phased out due to frequency of combustion. But at present, I wouldn't mind trying my luck.
It is fitting that we move underground to burn out every single root the Protectorate has left on Cloister.
Is the pain of this wound. Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold. You're an ally. Wonderful. So why are you here? And more importantly, where did you come from? That, I fear, is a seriously dangerous It froze every person fighting inside the complex. Order and the Protectorate both. To solid ice. Correct. Though since they controlled the archive, they've been able to reinforce, while my unit is not. We've had... So that was you. We saw the lifts. That is absolutely amazing news. May the plan guide you through this underground nightmare.
Line our pockets.
Taking the fight out of them. Purification in progress.
Mobility interrupted. Electrical dampeners failing.
Support the system.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Better than overtime.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Combatant scan.
Come on out, so we might talk this over. An explosive!
The likelihood of them having a chance there was slim to none.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember.
I believe the technical term for this is glaciated.
Please do leave me in
Not the
peace.
worst
There
word,
is
though.
nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work. Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work. I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually.
Data brick identified.
Subject to ensure
Proceed to
they
the
are
cartridge
operating
extractor
at
controls.
efficiency.
There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you do? What in the name of the matriarch? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail. What did you do? Your what? What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete. Wonderful! This might be the... Oh. During the Order's assault, a Protectorate soul... I'll monitor the subjects for changes while you try your hand in the lab. Just... please.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the...
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. Questions are an addiction.
I've eyes on a miscreant.
Snapper lagged. My instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Stop talking.
Hence, a formal audit of the grounds. This paradigm we serve is to what end?
Make me walk up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, stupendous stuff. Right there, you stupid thing. Of course.
Extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Pugnance and sponges.
Go through him if necessary.
Mitigating the threat, taking the fight out of them.
Mobility interrupted.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Liquor Hazard benefits!
There be none. Locking them down.
Hazard benefits!
threat. Locking them down.
Listen, on the authority of the Sovereign.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Rival. Eliminate.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Apart.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Get the sprats.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Better than overtime.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Hurt. Like us.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet,
Appears the
rather
only way
quickly,
forward
I
is to
found
skitter
myself
across like
acclimated.
ungainly children.
And resumed what had been my normal banter with the now gelid auto-contriver Haas. Given her all the position is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And, refreshingly, I can now finish her anecdotes without interruption. Frankly, her Hyperborean slumber makes her a better companion now than she ever was thawed. And I relish the thought of continuing our flourishing relationship in this new state.
Ready!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
All will obey!
They're Enough! Taking the fight out of them.
For
Reducing enemy
Gary!
effectiveness.
Where's our boss?
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Yeah.
Free.
I am still in
To
awe of your
take.
Ready to dispense
and we will
judgment!
make good use of your gift. We'll be coordinating with the surface shortly. May the plan guide.
scopes for combatant analysis.
Wait! Do not shoot! It's not one of ours. Or Auntie's, but also surely... Watch yourself! Hello again. What can I help you with? In earnest? Thank you, Stray. Watch yourself!
Amplification in progress. Mitigating the threat. Scrambling enemy neurons.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Yeah.
Who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough, I don't care what you threaten me with.
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. By cheap hold law, I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some. We've been told to stay the hell away.
Now, will there be anything else?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies. Despite agreeing, ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact...
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. What? You unlocked them by yourself? How? But regardless, it isn't going to let...
You're kidding. Even...
I guess you chose to swindle...
Prosecuting!
Fight out of them. Amplification in progress.
Unleash my might upon you!
Discombobulating enemies. Yeah.
kidding?
I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine
Whoa, who are you? Now,
there's no need to be rude just because I discovered your...
You're only...
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Of course! I'm doing what is smart and profitable. We do? I mean, of course, you're right.
I get it. Of course I thought about it.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know...
I guess you chose...
Taking punitive action!
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Well, there's no...
Yeah.
Free to take.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bit, something's wrong with it. Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. Then I can only hope my... Thanks for going on that wild sprat chase for me. Here's your pay. Rest assured.
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and wrap you in cold water and fill you with insanity?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent...
For all the purported immaculacy. They certainly left a higgly-piggly.
Our illustrious ally. We do predict you'll handle.
Junior Seer Amaryllis awaits you inside.
Felicitations on securing the... Moving forward, I'll function as your liaison for all matters in the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains a top priority. If you've made progress in that area, I'd be pleased to record it. Indeed, that system is... Any other updates? Very good. Any other updates?
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfied. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper level.
Punch processing may require the service.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? No need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You'd need special permissions to override them. Phew. Thank the Sovereign. Or Consul. Thank the Consul. Getting hostile idlers and freeloaders.
And here I'd worried our data brick wouldn't arrive.
I shall not stay your execution.
Mitigating the threat, locking them down.
Pulsificator at ready status. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
None shall stand against us.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
Looks like we could ride this down if we get it moving.
For Gary!
Prosecuting!
Combatant scanned.
Backward benefit! Can't hurt more.
Many ways to die here. Careful. They've been numb, mitigating the threat. Deploying discombobulator.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
Rival eliminate.
Under the guidance of our ruler, the sovereign. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler. Better go see. Out of a preponderance of caution.
Stop talking.
I advise you decamp directly. His gaze sees all. Wrong place to linger. Aborting search.
Braid my
Killing about beyond hurt like us.
Yeah.
Worthless bodies.
Reactor turret defenses online. Reactor reinforcement doors sealed. Reactor reinforcement doors unsealed. Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Stop talking.
Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed. The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
We have options, it would seem. Turrets, sealing doors to block reinforcements. I'm in favor of the latter more than the former myself.
Open caches for health supplies or weapons. Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Hurt like us.
Emergency ammunitions cache sealed. Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed.
Ah! There! In the next room! A bulwark-grade bunker auto-mechanical. Mechanical, prepped and ready. A worthy foe. I want...
worthless bodies.
Emergency ammunitions cache sealed.
Shred them apart.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed.
Take their place.
I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Emergency first aid cache sealed.
Take their place.
Reactor turret defenses offline.
Yet.
Hurt like us.
Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. Resolute, courageous, steadfast, fervent, tenacious. Prudence dictates it is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peace at all times.
Purification in progress.
To battle!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Charging. Focus.
You must keep your blood within, Commander!
Yes, sir.
The archive reactor has been returned to operational status. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the archive central region to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The rifts are almost akin to an archival process, yet are inimical to organic matter. Come back, sentient.
Bring every single last...
Make the paradigm workarounds failing.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founders to hinder outsiders from disrupting our...
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
Eventually, yes. But in the meantime, shouldn't those... Error. Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate...
The priority control access nook must be through those doors.
A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Benevolent.
oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction
Imminent. Foster dependence. Denounce dependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. Radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. A perfect community. With every luxury. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I said, why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill. Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the big sweet. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40. Vandalism. Sabotage. Wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us, and the worst for everybody else. Is that... Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
We should be able to process the Rift data now. And leave. If we were to do so post-haste, you'd receive no complaints from me.
Shall I proceed?
The Archive's destruction would most likely convert our would-be friends into foes. Not that I take issue with that. Wasted...
Seemed worth me.
file transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Return to the Archive Central interface, and we may proceed. Welcome back, Cynthia.
Our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Shall I proceed? Facetious employee initiating in the interim. May I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving then, once we've... But my query remains. What are your next intentions? are so many rich. The previous Protectorate operator made similar. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large, assuming there is nothing else, the remaining display case within the entry.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us.
Might I humbly posit we...
I think congratulations are in order. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my... I contend that solving of the universal equation should be... Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering.
Yes, this will do perfect. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan run.
The console. The console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Congratulations are in order. I just received... She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here. But allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this... There is more. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance. Then it is fortunate that you are so well placed to do. Your contributions have been many, and when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place...
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter.
Got something that needs doing, Commander?
A significant anomaly has been detected, but Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Providing intellectual validation based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the calculating. According to the... However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving... That is a... Transitioning to... Good news. Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that their forces will be prepared to... Briefing complete. It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station. The energy readings from the modulator can... Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy,
and I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
The Consul's motives are unknown. Warning. The rift is...
Well, she better not get in our way, or we...
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save our... There is minimal...
What in the interminable void are we looking at here? Everything that's been reconstituted appears maladjusted, imperfect, defective.
Yes, that's definitely the Sovereign's ship.
Everything's broken here. Wires, twisted, landing pad, dirty. Oh.
Worthless bodies.
Threat detected.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That's somebody? Better take a gander.
Taking the fight.
Under your foot! Your judgment has found
Mobility.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Back to stand. And ready. Exposure. Underrated. Where's our boss?
Check your scope. Some back analysis.
lethal measures at the ready.
The plan isn't always subtle with its warnings, is it now?
Let us hope that whatever architect forsaken logic operates in this place does not fail us.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
You persuaded the leaders of two warring groups to help myself. And I once thought I could solve anything. Wasn't sure that'd work.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Better than overtime.
Combatant scan.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of the station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
Stop talking.
Walked here, walked there. They're benumbed, taking the fight out of them. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
That hurts benefits.
Target analyzed. Lay
For
down fire.
Gary! Where's our boss?
Combatant scan.
For Andy!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Obey! Better than overtime.
I have a Amplificator at ready status.
Come in! Stop dying at once!
Combatant scan.
All will obey.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations!
Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Protection in progress. They're benumbed. System buff. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
For Gary!
Tick.
Target analyzed.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
I never could have predicted
All my research I've...
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? Supplies available ahead, Commander. Consider it payment.
Commander, one of them speaking apparently. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and...
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. So it is you. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her.
Wait. There was something else. Don't tell me the situation.
Certainly not. I was...
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
That's right.
Oh. But everything ain't right, is it?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you.
So I've come back from death. You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor.
Pascal? Helen?
That'd be nice. This is... the fun.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
Law! These soldiers look even more hideous than our grafting experiments. Did they just...
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
We brought supplies.
You may
We're here to
approach,
help.
Commander. We've got supplies at the... Supplies at the ready.
Are you in need of any weapons? We are most grateful for your role in reconciling the Order of the...
Greetings. In what particular... Step right. I say usually because Auntie has declared a... Sure can. Fair warning, though. Oh. Tell me. Do you feel as terrible as you look?
Initial observations conclude that any injury, any treatments, or supply... Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Providence is much too close for safety, and that rover it has dispensed. I do not like what this might imply. I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Your vitals look grim, Commander.
Mitigating the threat. Locking them down. Target analyzed. Take down fire.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
I repudiate honor. For Gary!
Those reconstituted mechs still function. How inconvenient.
Vacation in progress. Mitigating the threat.
This to the complicit!
In due time. I'm on check your scope.
Discombobulating enemy standing by to stupefy.
Better than overtime!
Despite the low probability of such an occurrence, a rift and a plasma hazard are directly blocking our path to the Sovereign's ship. Suggest we scour the area. The scientists here were unlikely near the caliber of the Order,
But perhaps they left something useful.
This is scientist Bernard
Commander.
It would appear we face down a more fearsome foe than ever before. Pure mathematics. With the equation complete, I now completely understand the mathematics behind it. Well, more or less. Let us return to the Rift Terminal so we might continue on our way.
Can't hear it. Orders. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat.
I am trying to punish.
Standing by to stupefy.
For Eddie!
Target analyzed.
Our boss.
Another obstacle on our path overcome. Good work.
Projections are off by orders of magnitude. Sovereign save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct. All along, the results of the experiments were faulty. Capture the readings. We'll let the flame settle as it lies. Data retrieval complete. Let's hope the others return shortly.
Purification in progress. There be none.
Your judgment has found!
Purificator at ready status.
If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Stop talking.
None shall stand against us!
Taking the fight out of them. There be none.
Can't hurt more.
To battle!
Fall apart. All will pay.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Hazard benefits.
Attention. Please report to intake. Free of undue kerfuffle. Now to unseal that hangar.
fix on their weakness.
On the authority of the sovereign!
Go for torpification.
My favorite morally gray contractor. Join me. We have important business to discuss. Come, quickly now. Well, glad you finally jimmied that open. The presiding bishop wished for me to the rift modulator is on the science deck. That means, of course, you'll either need to pilfer an access card, swindle some deaths. Well, I shouldn't know. Perhaps search the pocket. Any more troops in here, they'd be tripping Will.
If you must replace lost equipment, please make a request. Display.
Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Reminder, how might this unit bolster or reduce your doctor-patient confidentiality is currently this unit. Scientist, when a subject must receive regular injections of saline. Note.
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me.
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. This intercom is to be used now. How can I assist you again? I shall send her down right away. But this is becoming a daily occurrence, and I will see such slothfulness. Exactly right. But I remind you that gossip...
So, sorry, I have an appointment to keep.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Chew the eccentric sword.
I'm here for my treatment, doctor, but there's another pain that I can't take anymore. In my mind. My fortitude and focus are weak. Please, let me get release from this life.
Please keep any. How might this unit bolster or
You know, it's against code to impede me from seeking medical treatment.
Sometimes efficient is best.
Good that we went through the rigmarole of acquiring that scientist's credentials.
Now to find the rift modulator. I estimate there's a 73.47% chance it's nearby.
Did you not hear the... You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I or... Oh, Please don't let me keep you. Speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. Of course, it's my wife, you see. Montserrat asserts that this is not how the rift shall work.
Go about your business, or do not.
No, I do not need a respite. Yet I can see the sheer arrogance in this display. Reconstitution cannot work. It must not be allowed to work.
How could the Consul believe any of this to be in accordance with the plan? A correction is inevitable, and such events are rarely pretty.
Look at the size of the rift modulator. Seems we shan't be using it. Not without commandeering the whole.
Ah, I was notified that you were... What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. The IRC. Raw data from whatever a rift. Further, there is no proof that such data... Which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him. Sure, yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest. Here. Use this keycard on the module. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. Deck up.
Authorized visitor aboard. Do not be alarmed.
Accessing report. Rift Esteemed Consul. After much, every test of reconstitution has resulted. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for, and all of our recent readings suggest that I've included extensive notes and annotations appended.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into... unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications. Best table that topic for now. We can't do anything with the rift modulator yet, not until we deal with the Consul. So, shall we?
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. So Consul Thoreau has everything direct. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human... You're the one in the dark. Much as I'm intrigued by this, you might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too certainly. The doubt, and in case you aren't quite as sharp...
You may try to reason with the Consul, but
The more we debate, the more time we squander. And if you've something to say to any of us...
The Sovereign was a naive fool. The Consul, a scheming sprat with delusions of competence. Time will tell which was more destructive.
Sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas.
Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve? I don't doubt. Yes, I know well who you are. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and... Oh, I'm sure. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from...
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago, when the matriarch discovered the first skip drive. She set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path. And I will do... Intrepid, aren't you? Our matriarch dissected this skip drive but it was not until well after Horizon Points. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
Beware, Commander.
You're entirely... And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to enter...
Consul Emery Thoreau, I accuse you of perfidy of the highest degree. Traitorism against the Sovereign and his Protectorate. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
You overeager...
Taking punitive action.
Combatant scared.
Unleash my might upon them.
Corpificator is... They've been numb. Locking them down.
As soon as my rope...
Better than overtime.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
For Gary!
Reducing enemy effectiveness. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
At your word, I...
Combatant scan.
Hazard benefits!
You must keep...
Seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill-spent.
You don't have some
Oh, Brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but, so I do appreciate the Order, and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to mass-produce modulate. If you're looking for a sap to fly that rickety rig, don't look at me. I intend to abscond back. Not bad. But there's no one. You'll need to find someone else, I'm afraid. Now, hand over.
I only ask everyone who leaves.
Well, now, I suppose this is goodbye and avoid tyranny.
So much for any pretext of honor.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. I don't take the mercy you showed back on Greater Tranquility lightly. But it's only right that I finally see my mission through.
Reckon I'll join you.
You needn't suffer for De Vries' misdeeds, Marisol. But if you are set on this path, then I shall respect you all the more for it.
One who chooses not to die needlessly. But if you are set on this, I would...
Very well. I see the deed is in competent hands. No rational reason for all of us to perish.
Salvation awaits, Commander. I'm itching to reach it.
So, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Augustine de Vries went along, knowing nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep, at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade, anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Unable to acquire the chemicals needed for the process, Ruth Bassar nevertheless attempted to interface with the archive, and died immediately. Her successor banned any future interfacing attempts, and led the Order in a much more cautious direction, delaying their progress for at least a century. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's loyalty program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? The rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.